What's up, fellas? I want to talk about Sha Carri Richardson. Magnificent athlete. If you guys haven't watched her run, you guys need to go and check her out. She's been breaking records ever since high school. Amazing sprinter. She's on the cusp of breaking Forrest Griffith Joyner's record, and it's been standing ever since the 80s, since 89, I want to say, maybe 88. So Sha Carri's very, very close to breaking that record. I mean, and she has sprinted, I want to say at least 3 times to where she's gotten amazingly close to this record. And the last time she ran, she was running in a headwind. And they estimated that if that headwind wasn't there, that she would have broke the record in that qualifying race. So, like I said, she's an amazing athlete. She's getting all kinds of headlines for her abilities as a sprinter. But apparently that's not enough. I think a lot of guys, we've been talking about this. Platinum Elite did a show on her. A few other people have talked about it also on a couple of different panels, but we, as men and as leaders of the community, have spoken out on some of the things that she chooses to display, which kind of overshadows who she is as an athlete. Now, she, last race, I mean, you got the picture up there. I mean, she's got, the tattoos on her, her shoulders, her arms. And she's got super long nails. She's got the flaming honey blonde weave, baby D tattoo on her back, tattoos on her legs. I mean, it's not feminine. It's not. But, some people feel like that, we should just let that go. We shouldn't have any standards with regard to, how athletes look. And, maybe they'd be right if, I don't know. I don't know. I can't imagine a scenario where they would be right because, how black folks do it. Black folks do it different, and the excuses are extraordinary as well with us. We will make up an excuse to make the most outlandish behavior normal and acceptable. But Sha Carri was getting ready for the race, and they were going through and they were introducing each athlete. And the first athlete, nice looking young lady. They introduced her, said her name. She waved, smiled at the camera. Went down to the next one. She's, trying to get herself together, get her head together before the race, but she smiled and waved at the camera. Third lady smiled, waved at the camera. Sha Carri turns her back to the camera, puts her hand on her shoulder, on her waist, and gives a nice ass shot to the crowd, and turns around as if she's in wrestling or boxing, just over the top bravado, that I feel, and I think some other people feel too, is just back in my day, it would have been considered unsportsmanlike conduct. because I know she didn't mean it that way as being belittling or anything like that, but they just did not. There were no just over the top gestures or loudness or any of that kind of stuff before a race, but now you've got people who just say that, hey, she should be able to do anything, especially a lot of the sisterhood. They just think that anything goes. You can go, a woman should be able to have sleeves all the way down her arms and tattoos all over her body. She should still be accepted as a feminine woman, and she says that she's doing all of this stuff to essentially pay homage to FloJo. But FloJo didn't look like that. That's FloJo's real hair. FloJo was a beautiful woman during that time. She wore long nails, and those were over the top, but she didn't have a whole bunch of tattoos. She was one of the first women to have her own custom, running gear. I mean, she was different from everybody else, but it was still feminine, Now, where we are today, is it not enough for you to be an outstanding athlete? Do you need tattoos to bring attention to yourself? Do you need a flaming hellfire weave to bring attention to yourself? Do you have to exhibit hood behavior? What's next? It seems like now, we're doing everything we can to push the envelope, to show that, we have the freedom to do whatever we want. And I keep hearing this over and over and over. When people try to defend her, they're saying she should be able to do whatever she wants. And it's as if Black folks just don't like rules. They don't like rules. They don't like anything to be uniform. They don't like any kind of standards. At least the young Black folks are. And some of the older folks, they just saying that, hey, we should just evolve to, get to a point to where we think that that's okay. Some things shouldn't change. Some things should stay the same. Some rules should stay the same. It's like the laws of physics. What if you just get, you get to the point where you say, the laws of physics are that's bullshit. We should just do something else. Some things stay the same, but for you to turn, to the camera and toot your ass up, as Platinum says, that's a bit much, man. You're a record breaker. You're an outstanding athlete. There's no need to bring hood culture to college. When you leave high school and you go to college, college is for an education, one. It's also to get you to a point to where you are positioning yourself to be able to navigate society and culture and things that you're not used to. It's supposed to get you ready for you to be able to adapt to the situations that are unlike where you came from. But what we do is we take hood shit out the hood and take it to church. We take it to college and we transform that environment to be just like where we came from. That's not the way it's supposed to be. It's just not the way it's supposed to be. She's a role model, for hood chicks by going out there and looking like that. On the track, your ability should speak for itself. If you're going to get attention, you get attention by winning. And she's already doing that. You got people coming out, trying to say, hey, if you disagree with her, it's because there's something wrong with you. or you're looking at it from European standards, But if you go and you look at, European standards, there's no, honey blonde, super fiery, hellfire wigs in that culture, And they always like to throw up the Kardashians and all of that. They don't look like that. I don't think there's any white women who, or Chinese women, or, German women, or, anybody. I don't see anybody with all of that on them. It's always us. We're always trying to be over the top, and I wonder where that comes from. It looks like, my skin is not good enough. I'm not pretty enough unless I have, super long lashes and tattoos and shit. And I act over the top and boisterous. It's, I just, I don't know what to think about it. I'll tell you the truth. It's really difficult to see our women not believe in themselves so much and have so many self-esteem issues as to have to do all of that. It begs you to ask the question, why do Black women feel so inadequate that they cannot, go out and be themselves without tattoos, lashes, nails, weave? I remember a time when Black women used to go out and they had relatively no makeup, something on their lips, their own eyelashes, their own eyebrows, their own hair, and they were beautiful, But somewhere around like the 90s, probably mid to late 90s, it just started getting crazy, Now everybody's striving for the same look. Everybody got the same eyebrows. Everybody's got the same, face mask on, done by some, some guy, They're just done up to the point to where it's just, you don't even know what the hell they look like. You don't know who they really are. It's like they're living behind a mask. They say it's hard out here for Black women, and to me, this is why. You're making it hard on yourselves, because I can guarantee you, if you just go back and look at that race, and I want you to look at the people in the audience when she was doing all of that. Look at how those white folks were looking at her. Look at how they were laughing at the display of what was going on. It was like, it was like, damn, I mean, you're going to look at you anyway. They're going to look at you crazy anyway. So, if you're going to go into a collegiate, environment, shouldn't you want to be better than that? But you hear, like I said, you hear all this, the Kardashians do it. And Black men love it. If white women get tattoos, Black men love it. But if Black women, get tattoos, then it's a problem. But is that really the case? Is that really what we do? I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard any man ask them to do all of this, to wear this hair, to get these lashes, to get these super duper nails, rings on every finger, like you in the Green Lantern Corps. You look like you at a hood picnic. That's not, supposed to be what you represent. I mean, I don't look at her and see, wow, that's a brilliant athlete who also has, extremely great physical ability. I don't see that. I may see an athlete. I see an athlete, but other than that, I mean, and we even, went through, looked at the Instagram pictures, and it's like, come on, man. Some of it is, she goes from being super duper hood, with hood ass boots, hood ass dresses, and hood weaves, to being, looking like a regular college woman, with regular normal colored hair, nice outfits on, and looking like someone who was in college, so she bounces back and forth, and it's like, I don't know, it just seems like it's a bit much to me. But you know what, you guys, let me know in the comments what you think. But I see this as a continuing trend of ratchetness and over the top behavior from Black women. I mean, it's pushing the envelope. As Minister Jap said, a lot of transsexual energy. It's not looking feminine at all. It's looking alphabet-y, Fruit Loopy. Not something that, you would want to see a lot of. Let me just say that. I mean, it looks like some gas station shit to me. But like I said, you guys, you let me know. Well, I take that back. Before I shut this down, I'm gonna let you guys look, because this may give you a little bit more perspective on, where I'm going with this, because it was like in high school, she wasn't, she didn't have all those tattoos. She was at Carter's, Carter Cowboys. She didn't have all those tattoos. So then you look, she becomes a freshman, and you look over there. See all that? All those tattoos? And it'd be different if it was like, I don't know, some tribal stuff, but it's just like, if you don't know what you're doing with tattoos, it'd be better to just not do it, If you're a woman and you're going to have tattoos, I mean, you need to have some tribal shit, or, something that complements your body. But just to junk your arms up with different things, different themes, different narratives, it's just junky. But what causes you? I mean, is it the freedom of getting out of the house, out of high school, and then going to college, and then all of a sudden you just go fucking ape shit wild, and you just put anything everywhere, all over your body? What happened to appreciating your beautiful Black skin? What happened to that? Is that gone? Is it too much to ask for that? I mean, like I said, you guys, tell me what you think. If you haven't checked it out, check out her run. There's plenty of stuff all over YouTube that, talks about how good she is. I mean, she's an exceptional athlete, and I enjoy watching her run. I enjoy female women's track and field. We always dominated. You know how it is. You know how we do. Black folks do it up. I love watching us. I used to love competing myself. I myself used to run track and play football and whatnot. So, I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. But like I said, you guys, like, share, subscribe. Hope you guys are enjoying the channel.
You are listening to Abuki Cabal, the analytical savage.
Thank you guys for hanging out, checking me out. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'll try to get in a few more this week. I've been real busy. You know how it is. But I appreciate you guys coming through.
alone.